everybody, it's Corey at the Reset Girl. I am going to do a video on the July ListersGottaList kit. I know this is kind of weird because I just uploaded June and then I'm doing it July shortly after. But I learned a lot of things about doing a video for a kit and not releasing the video right away. So I have learned my lesson from all of that. So I am doing this filming before the kits actually go on sale. And that way also you get a chance to kind of see some of the product in action and kind of decide if that is something that you want to purchase. I had so much fun putting this particular kit together. I really put a lot of thought into creating like this really great kit that gave you lots of different options for decorating. So one of the items in here was this set of sticky notes, which I thought were really cool. And they kind of have like a little like there's a little couple here that have a little travel theme, but some of them are in the shape of like a tab, which I thought would be fun for doing lists because you could actually do a tab on your your journal card before you lay it down, or you could do it actually on the page so that it sticks up out of the book itself. So there's all these different types of sticky notes. So that's one of the little items that we're going to play with. And then I am so excited about this. Yay! I got these awesome stamps at a really great price. So I decided I want to include them in the kit this month because they give you so many options that are really great for listing. It's really, I think it's a good idea to kind of document, like date your lists, and stamps make a great way of doing that. So you have this whole little scripty version of Monday, Sunday, Wednesday, all of that. And then you have numbers, which are awesome for actually stamping your stickers or your page with the date or the list number. You have your months, and then you have this one right here, which I love. You can create, this would be great for doing like a no spend, making your own little calendar. You can use it as a check-off list of how many lists you've been doing in your book. But I just thought it was a fun little way of documenting. And because I love me some stamps, I also included a roller phrase stamp. This one's by Dear Lizzie. And it has some really cute little phrases on it. And what would stamps be without a stamp pad? I am so excited, you guys, to include my very favorite stamp pad of all time. It's the Prima Chalk Edger. So if you have been watching me on YouTube, you know that I'm a huge fan of these. And I have the full set of you can buy these in bulk. I have them all over my desk. They're like little Easter eggs. So I bought the whole set in bulk, and there's like 50 colors in the set, and you can buy them on Amazon like I did. But you can also do what I did, which is to build your extra supplements. I bought some little individual ones like black. I have like 5 of these. I put them in all of my bags so I always have one. So black is obviously your staple foundation color, so I went ahead and included it in this month's kit. I am actually thinking about putting a different color into every month so that after you've been doing it, getting kits for a little while, you would actually have a little set of stamp pads. I always want to call them stamps, but they're technically stamp pads. So I'm going to demonstrate how you actually use this particular one with our little stamp set here. And then we have my favorite, one of my favorite things to decorate with are die cut embellishments. And this particular set is from Simple Stories. This is from the I Am collection, and it is adorable. I loved it from the first moment I laid eyes on it. And see, it does have kind of like a cute little travel theme in it, which I thought kind of tied in here. So that's why I thought, yeah, that totally belongs. Sometimes when you see things separately, you're like, they don't really go together. But when you start pulling them apart and look at the little details, I feel like that explains why sometimes you group things together the way that you do. So these are really fun because they have like these little tabs that you can totally fold over the top of your page. How awesome is that? And then we have like, this is my story, this awesome little bird. This is like the second collection I've seen that has an awesome bird in it. A bird that you want to hoard rather than use. And then this little bicycle, holy moly, I've seen this little guy all over Instagram in different, on like planner covers. It's completely adorable. I love the little heart detail. Definitely something I could see myself hoarding. So anyway, these just had some really adorable little icons. I absolutely love the colors. Really cute little arrow, little feather, but it's like got floral pattern on it. So what I wanted to do is kind of give you like a little, a story, with your embellishments that you could tell. And so I gave you some other options too, to give, that you could really theme out your lists. And one little fun thing I thought would be different is these little page markers. I absolutely love page markers. I put them all over my planner pages. But these are kind of fun. They're like a really sturdy, kind of like a plastic. And that way, if you're like populating your book with them, it's not like they're a really expensive item or anything. So you could totally leave it in the list and just call it, the decoration for that particular list book. But these are super fun. This is also part of the I Am collection from Simple Stories. Putting those over there. And then I have never used this kind of product before, so I actually was like, but this is actually pretty cool. I don't think it's fair to call this washi. This is my opinion. I think washi is a very specific thing, but these are washi paper tape. So, I mean, this is my opinion. I consider these stickers. They're matte. I mean, they're not, this isn't even the sticker. They're matte, and they peel off just like a sticker does, but they don't feel like washi. Washi, as we know it comes on a roll, and it has a very distinctive feel. Not all washi is exactly alike, but it does kind of remind me of masking tape, the traditional washi. And so, I don't know, but I love Simple Stories, so I will look past that. But that is what you get, is a whole bunch of these little paper tapes, paper stickers. And they're fun. I like matte stickers personally. I think they're easier to write on. When it comes to just plain old decorating though, I tend to prefer glossy. These don't bother me at all either way. I think they're really cool. And look how many you get. You get 2 sheets of each of these designs. And there's a little thing on here. So you get these thicker strips. You get a little thin strip like that. There's no good way to show you, is there? Okay, so see? And then you have little circles. How fun is that? So every one of these sheets, that gives you a lot. That's 288 pieces just in this little pack alone. So these are fun little ways of decorating your actual list along with the embellishments, which is fun. Okay, and then I'm going to just slide these over. And then I included another embellishment pack. These are awesome. These are on their way out. They are technically retired, I think, from Simple Stories. I just happened to get lucky because I was really being Nancy Drew and really trying to find really amazing stuff. So these are kind of like, they feel a little bit like cardstock. So they're a lot like this style, but as you can see, instead of being printed on with fun colors and patterns, these are very simple. You have like paper, it looks like grid paper basically, and there's one of each style. So there's a white one and there's a kind of a creamy cream colored one. I don't think you can really tell on camera. So there's like arrows, there's flags. I have to be honest with you, this kind of stuff, like this kind of like ledger paper look and the grid, this is all my personal style. I really like stuff like that. I think it looks really fun when you layer it with flowers. Like, it doesn't look like it goes, but somehow I always love layouts when I have these odd little things that are together, and like that. What's fun about these is that you can actually put the clear title labels that I provide every month. You can actually take the title sticker and lay it right across the top. You can stamp on these, which is fun. You have all different kinds of sizes and shapes, some that are like this, and there's like little speech bubbles. There's some that look like it got torn out of a pad. You have a nice big banners, little baby journal card size. So I just thought these were adorable. And you even have these style, which actually is like a page marker. How fun is that? So you add like a little tiny embellishment from this collection, like just something really sweet and simple, like that. And you can just like kind of fancy it up a little bit. So that is this little embellishment collection. And then I gave several different sticker styles in this kit. So this one is from Pink Paisley. It's called Hello Sunshine, and it has some really cute little expressions on it. But I love the fact that it just kind of, the colors just completely meshed so well with this collection. And then based on the fact I was, doing this, I created a very special set of stickers just for this kit. And I'm sure I'm kind of going back and forth. I actually want to sell them individually because I think they're adorable. I'd probably change a few things or maybe sell them in the listener store. I haven't made up my mind. I'm going to let the crowd decide. If I get a lot of requests, then I probably will. But these were meant to kind of work with this whole color palette. So we actually put a lot of thought into how these could go along with the things in this particular kit. So you have these adorable little stickers to kind of just embellish your little lists. And then these are some pattern. I love layering my stickers. I love patterns. So you have some arrows and hearts, the word love, the classic planner nerd glasses, grid, and then you have list, 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 list. So I thought these would be super fun. And then you have the special edition of the layering circles, which are my favorite, absolutely. And then these are, of all the different manufactured stickers, these are the ones that I never ever go anywhere without. I use them every single time. I don't consider my layout finished until I have put one of these on it. So you should be getting well, there's two stickers in there. One of them is a cream colored and one of them is white. So maybe you'll get 2 white and 2 creams, or maybe you'll get one of each. I have to say that when you do 500 kits all at once, that a lot of things are happening. So all I can say is that you'll get 2 of them. So I love these. I love the fact that they have the typewritten text on there. They're a little thicker than my stickers, more similar to cardstock, I would say. So these will be included in the kit. And then these are my favorite for lists, are the library card pockets. So you'll get 5 of those in there. And to me, these are just really fun. Now, what is cool about library card pockets, especially that tend to be more plain, and you could cover that up with a square of scrapbook paper. You could totally embellish that. But I think it's really fun to just put little extra somethings on there. And so you have an opportunity to either use this type of, element where you're putting something on it like that, or you can use something a little more fancy. So as an example of how I could use these little tabbies, so you fold them over, I say you could actually attach it to the card itself. You could glue it on there or staple it on there. And I don't see my staple. I don't see my little staple, so I'm going to use this. I love stapling, personally. It's kind of like imperfect and messy, but so that's what I would do as an example of something just to be fun. You could totally staple it to your little list card and then add a little embellishment like that on your page. You could put the title sticker, your list prompt sticker right here, and then start numbering here, and then start writing your answers out. That is definitely something I would do. And you can center these, you know, you can make it stick up a little bit like that. You can put them down here on the page, on the little pocket, I should say. Same thing here, you can put things off center like that. Another fun thing you can do with these, I mentioned before about the sticky note. So one thing that I might do with these is I might put it like on top, like that. So it's on top of the pocket and not the card, like that way. And then you could either, I probably wouldn't even trim it either, I would leave it just like that. And you could do it like that. Isn't that cool? Seriously, I really did put a lot of thought into trying to like give you so many different options and things you can do and play with. And I personally love sticky notes. I thought this was really a fun little find. I've never seen them out there, really. I'm sure they were part of, they're from Studio Calico. I'm sure they were part of a kit of some type. So stuff like this is so much fun to play with. I love stuff. Now that I'm doing it, I'm like, oh. I had every intention of jumping right in to July and listing, and I'm not saying I won't, but I have to say that handling a really busy shop is a lot more than I realized, you know, in terms of how much time it takes to do everything. And so I'm very much about trying to get my orders out the door and handling customer service questions and all those kinds of things. So despite my best intentions, I always seem to have to give up the decorating and the fun stuff, you know. So that is why you have not seen me in the listing groups or listing so far. But I just playing with this is like, oh, I miss this. So, I love stuff like that where it's a little off center. So anyway, that would be an example of how you could tie in things like this. And I wanted to show you, now I'm going to actually create one of these because I want you to see. My favorite glue stick in the mini size. It's about the size of a chapstick, I would say. Kind of like a large lip balm. Absolutely adore this glue. So you are getting this awesome set of journal cards in here. And these were specifically designed so that you could totally go to town on them and embellish them and have fun with them. So you have a whole collection here that's just grid and dot, which is like my favorite. To do your lists on if you wanted to. And then you have these that have more of like kind of a design to them with like titles. So as an example, and it's blank on the other side, well, blank little dot. So on these type of things you have many options. You can go ahead and put something like that on there. But what I was thinking would be fun is using your little phrase stamp and your little weekly stamp here. So the one thing that you'll need to use your clear acrylic stamps is you're going to need a block. And I'm going to provide a link in the notes section of this video so that you'll see. I buy all of mine on Amazon. This particular one came from Lawn Fawn, but I believe, I don't know, I probably got it from like Simon Says Stamp, or I don't think I bought it from their website. What's fabulous about this, and these are the only type I buy, they have like a little grip on the edges. You can see how it's kind of scalloped. That gives your hand a nice place to hold and grip it. They're super thick. I don't ever buy the little cheapy dollar spot type. They are not comfortable to me to hold. They're too thin. These are awesome. I just got this one. It's really long, but you'll notice it has a grid pattern on it. And what that little grid does is it helps you line up your stamp so it's going to be nice and straight when you stamp. So I'm going to go ahead and pull one off the one that says Sunday. Sunday. Okay, so put a little heart. I just noticed it has a little heart up here. So when you have it like this, you can actually line up your stamp. You can make sure that it's all even Steven on there. And I have it lined up with the little line that's on there, so you can see it there. That's the way it's going to be. So okay, so I'm going to grab a stamp. Okay, I'm going to unpeel it. I didn't realize I didn't have any unwrapped in there. Oh, I'm so excited. I swear I was so giddy when I found out that I was going to be able to provide these in the kit, for real, because these are the most fun little stamp pads. So there are two ways to do these. You can either hold the stamp in my hand. In my case, it would be my left hand. That's my less dominant side. And I can take my little stamp pad and stamp, 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 and just get all the ink on there really good. And you can like see, because it's clear, you can see how much ink you're actually getting on there. And then you got the little lid and you just set it down and you stamp. And you can see through the clear acrylic block, you can see that it's made contact. Give it a nice little wiggle very gently as you're pressing down, and then pull up. And then you'll see you have stamped. The other method of doing stamping with this particular guy, I'm going to pull out another one. Just because stamping's fun and I want to stamp something else. Okay, so I'm going to get it on there. The other way of doing it is the reverse. So you can actually hold it in this hand and take your stamp and tap it down. So you can go either way. There is a reason and a time to do either method, depending on the type of stamp you have. There we go. Whoa, sorry. Okay. So that would be an example of how you could use your little stamp pad. And then with this roller stamp, I have mentioned before in my last video about the kits, roller stamps are a different animal from the nice clear acrylic style. They are a little more persnickety. Part of the reason that they are is that the way that they're designed, you have the roller is kind of, it's loose. And so every time it rolls up a new message. You have to get this perfect little surface. Going to see it that way. And I don't know what it is, but every stamp has got this little thing about it where it doesn't always behave properly. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp. You'll notice right now, as I'm stamping, you can see how it got black ink all around the edge of the stamp, right? Can you see that? So that sometimes causes problems and sometimes it doesn't. So with my roller stamps, I literally roll it back and forth. And then you can see that I ended up getting a little tiny bit of black mark there. I'm telling you now, the best way to love your roller stamps is to embrace it. Embrace those little smudgy marks, because if you are trying to be perfect with roller stamps, I feel like you're setting yourself up for a lot of disappointment and frustration. No matter how hard I tried in the beginning, I just would always inevitably have these little marks. And maybe if you're a professional teacher and you've been doing it for years, maybe you have uncovered the secret. But honestly, I just roll with it, and I really go, hey, it's imperfectly perfect. It does not bother me in the least. Sometimes it'll come out, and it's, for the most part, it is perfect, and you didn't get any smudgy mark. You never know. You just never know with these guys. They have a mind of their own. So that is what I would caution you, is when it comes to roller stamps, just go with the flow. We like to. So you can see that this is a fabulous little stamp. It's got some cute little expressions on it, but I love roller stamps. This is not even my entire collection. I truly do. So I'm showing this to you to really have you understand, like, I have been using them a while. I seriously have tried everything. And I hear people say, oh, I don't like roller stamps. And I think it's because we just have too high of expectations with them. So try to just embrace the fact it's a different little, it just behaves differently than its other cousin stamp. So I just think this is an adorable little roller stamp that's going to be in the kit. So that, my friends, is my little stamp demo. I'm going to go ahead and show you another fun way. Now, obviously, those of us that can remember library books being done like this, is that little librarian always had her little date stamp, and she'd date it. But I think it's kind of fun to use roller stamps on library cards in a different way. So, like, you could do something like that. Today was. And you could write this. This is like if you were doing any type of journaling. So these are really fun to work with. For those of you who do not have these type of stamps in your collection, I wanted to give you something that was really functional and practical. It had uses beyond just doing listers. You know, this is great for planners, obviously. And all you need is just one little block. If you're not going to really embrace stamping, these are not expensive. You can actually get stamping blocks in almost any craft store. I have never gone into a store yet and not seen them sell these along with the stamps, no matter what style. So even Michael's, they do sell them, and they have a little tiny dollar bin. You can get them for $1. Not this style, but you can get an acrylic block if you were just like, hey, I'm going to be a very casual user of my stamps. So I'm telling you now, I didn't think I would ever embrace stamps, but I am in love and addicted. So I'm fully warning you that they can be very addicting. And I just noticed this cute little date stamp right there. So this particular kit, I am thinking, is going to be hopefully, I would really love to say that I'm going to be able to make a better kit every single time, and and that's definitely a challenge that I give myself. Can I improve upon every single kit? This one definitely I absolutely love, for sure. I can see using all these little elements for sure. Like, I would totally snip that off. Actually, I think that's a little bit more fun, don't you? And I just thought this. So, like, sometimes, hey, some days there is a no fun day, but what I think is really exciting is when you put supplies into someone's hands and then just watch them go. Everybody does things differently, so it will be really fun to watch how everybody uses their little supplies, and and how they embrace all these different options that they have, and incorporate other scrapbook supplies into your listing. You don't just stick with this kit. There's washi to be had. There's all kinds of fun stuff out there that I know that many of you have in your stash. I like mixing things personally. So I definitely am looking forward to seeing that part of it. It is very fun to kind of orchestrate putting something together, but it's going to be even more awesome watching all of you go to town with your supplies. So I am having so much fun right now. So if this was in a lister book, like that would just kind of stick off the page like that. So anywho, I thank you so much in advance for all of your support to my shop, and thank you so much for being excited about the kits. And truly, it was an effort to kind of help those of you who find gathering supplies so daunting, and it is kind of fun to use products that somebody else has kind of, you know, curated for you. I love kits myself, so I wanted to just contribute out there and give you guys something fun to play with. So thank you so much for your time, and I am going to make every effort to get my listing on myself, because I've been telling everybody, you know, you can do it. I need to tell myself that too. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous week. Bye everybody.